Good evening, everybody. Welcome. Okay. I suppose well, good evening me. Welcome back to the land of the conscious. Had another snooze. Woke up 10 minutes ago, still bringing myself round. I shall be having my dinner in about half an hour also, so we'll get off to a bit of a slow and steady start, but hey ho. It will be the calm before the inevitable storm, I'm sure. Very bad habit. I know, I can't help it. I put on a CK2 LP, and the person I was watching was taking their sweet time, and I couldn't help but nod off in less than like 5 minutes of the video starting. Oh dear. Perhaps I should watch something a bit more lively. But it matters not. As soon as I've had my dinner and played this for half an hour or so, I'm sure I will be back to peak form. Right. I did intend, after the last session, to do some stuff off camera. And then I quickly decided against that. And thought that, you know what, I'll just do it all on camera. I'm sure, you know, the last few bits and bats that we need to do to prepare ourselves won't take too long. I'll kind of go through the turns where necessary, and we'll get to where we need to be together, you know, because I want you to enjoy our thriving little empire here, because I am pretty sure in the not too dim and distant future things are going to come crashing down around our ears, and it's going to get very bad. So let's all enjoy what we have of prosperity. Anyway, because I fell asleep again, I haven't had a chance to quickly refresh myself as to what happened last time, but I kind of vaguely remember. So we'll spend 10 minutes or so getting back up to speed with things, as we get some nice semi-soothing music. So we are making a whopping 4,342 coins per turn, which is far above and beyond anything we've ever had before. And in terms of the advancements of our land, I seem to recall we were focusing on upgrading our farms and upgrading our financial buildings, such as markets and gambling dens. And that was pretty much it. So I think we almost finished that, from what I can remember. We were getting to tenant fields. So we'll just kind of swing by all of the buildings. So you've got a load of samurai in here. So these are going somewhere. Somebody please remind me, where were these going? Were they going here? Okay, forget the unit recruitment. We'll focus on one thing at a time. Come on, brain function. Right. Okay. So master dojo there, market there, tenant fields there. Hello, talky walky meaty peaty. Welcome. Financial district there. Cottage industry, tenant fields there. That's ours? No, it's not ours. That is in the hands of the enemy. Right, okay. Tenant fields. Market. Financial district. Okay, okay. Very good, very good. And tenant fields, gambling den needs to be rich mahjong parlour. Alright. Shibotsuke. Tenant fields there. Okay. I think I seem to recall the building work was pretty much sorted. barring a few bits and bobs. Okay. Commercial farming. Ooh, very nice. Okay, so the building work we are happy with. Oh, enjoy your project. Right. So we were amassing, from what I can recall, some armies to go on a rampage up here on this little island to take it from the hands of some enemy scum. So that's what we'll continue to do, I think. We managed to recruit a selection of spear levy here, and there were some more spear levy on the way, gathering there, and they were to be supported by good question. Oh really? I didn't know that. Yeah, we got an army coming up here. Army, what we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 samurai troops. I'm assuming we were combining them with these guys, yeah? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and we've got one more unit on the way. So that's... We've also got these two. He was coming up as well to lead a secondary force. So where's the second army coming from then? Half of it is ready. Where's the other half? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we need another couple of handful. I think we need another few samurai units, I think is the gist of this. Is what I'm getting here. Two Shigute. This was a bad mistake. I should have done this beforehand. Apologies. Righty-ho. 1, 2, 3, 4. Anything interesting happen? I'll get to that in a second. 2. Right. Some spear levies in there. I think we're just going to keep producing some troops. Is the crux of this argument. Okay, so this army's going to need a couple of horses in it. Can we not recruit these from anywhere else? So that I don't get confused. Okay, there's unit recruitment capabilities in Fukushima. I know we don't get the I think we got a bonus. Oh, we were getting a blacksmith bonus down here. I think that's why we've been focusing on recruitment down here. We get some superior armor upgrades with these guys, some real serious kick-ass upgrades. But you know what? We can't afford to be dithering too long, so we're going to have to recruit from elsewhere where possible. So, in a couple of horse units. Maybe a couple of Yarikachi there as well, to go and support this secondary army, and we'll get that cracking. Get that cracking on nicely. Right. Okay. This one. I think we're taking those guys up possibly as well. Yariki there. So katana. Some more katana, some more of them, some bow units, some shigute, and that was pretty much that army done. Right, okay, so in terms of who we're attacking, so we're going up here. We're attacking somebody. We need to figure out who we're attacking. Let's get to the diplomacy side. La 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 la. We got all the trade, diplomacy. There we go. Right. So there's this clan here, the Yonezawa. Now, one thing we have to take into consideration is who they are allied with, and they are allied with the Nagawaka. They are allied with the Josei, They're allied with the two of our allies, so that is a precarious situation because they could turn on us, the other clans, and that would be a little bit premature. So I'm thinking we bypass these guys and we go straight to the common enemy, which is this Matsume clan here, who have basically got only 2 lands left, one there and one there. So that might be a nice way to start the session off, as long as considering they don't get wiped out by our friends first. Now let me just see who the Jose are allied with. They are only allied with the Yonezawa and us. That's a better proposition. That's a better proposition. Let me just see something here. Let us see if they would cancel their alliance.
Meetings with friends are always a pleasant diversion. What has brought you here today?
We can't afford to give them anything, really, at the moment. So, if we could get them, Jose, to break their, or get them to break their alliance with each other, we could attack the Jose and not suffer the wrath of any other clans. But anyway, that's not going to happen for now. But we do have a legitimate candidate in the Matsume, so we'll focus on amassing our troops as we were, and then we shall attack. Now we were waiting for boats to be ready in Miyagi, were we not? We just upgraded the port. Did we? Oh. We're getting ready next turn, I think, to upgrade the military port. Right, which we got from our recent upgrade to our clan development. So that's all very good. So we're going to get the boats here, ship them up. There's all ferry superior troops to Sagami, up and off your ship. Okay, so I think the general gist of what we are hoping to achieve in the short term is now back on track.
At your service.
The Matsume should only be only worry as the other two are Shogun loyal. Well, that is the thing, you see. We should be preparing for them to become problematic. And I would much rather be the one to strike the first blow than the one to end up being backstabbed first. We have been on the back foot for this entire campaign. To be on the front foot for a change would be pretty nice. Anyhow, we shall continue. Speed up the movement a touch. Right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 units. This army is a little bit weaker. Right, I think we need to upgrade this port. We can't recruit boats here, I think. No, we need the military port. So let's get that done as a matter of urgency. So we'll get that port. 6 turns. Did you not hear me, people? I said as a matter of urgency. Urgency is not 6 turns. Buggeration. I can recruit boats. How can I recruit boats? I don't think the regular port, does it allow you not to recruit? Am I missing a trick? Am I building this port for no reason? Oh. Why there's nobody... I'm clicking the port. Recruitment. Oh, for... Nobody took... Wait a second. Did I upgrade this port in the last session or not? Am I getting confused here? I had this all along in the last session, did I not? I didn't build an upgrade to the port in the last session, did I? Harbour. Yeah, port. You don't need anything. Maybe I'm getting confused. I could swear by that I'd never upgraded the port in the last session. Which technically means we could have done this from the very start. Surely. Let's test this theory. Yes, because I got a military port here. I upgraded this to a military port, thinking that we were going to be able to recruit ships. This is not. This is a standard port, and we can recruit ships. I was misinformed. I blame you all for watching me struggle on. Anyway, we can build ships now. We could build ships from the very start. I didn't realise. This technology is new to us. We don't do gunpowder and ships and stuff, you know. That's my excuse. They were confused. They couldn't hammer two planks together. God bless them. Right. Okay. Fine. Military port makes more money. Oh well. Anyway, so now that I have been reliably informed that we can recruit ships much more swiftly than I thought, just by clicking on the damn thing, on the damn port area, we can recruit just a basic ship. So if we just build one basic cheap ship, that is enough to transport an entire set of troops, right? We don't need a big fleet here. Just cheap and cheerful. There is a risk, of course, if we get attacked that we lose the entire stack, but we'll bypass that little concern in the effort of saving coin. Right. Goodness grief. I cannot believe we could recruit ships the entire time. Not that we were in a position to use them. We, of course, still haven't got our army ready, so it wasn't you know, a big hindrance, but it was a little bit... a little bit of a foolish oversight. Anyway, I need to figure out what I'm doing in terms of my recruitment, because I kind of lost the train of thought. Right, I'm assuming that this army is done with these two. One more turn, and they're going to meet up with this army, and between them they shall... Do you know what? I don't know if that... I don't know, you know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait just a second. 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, 21 shot. We need one to recruit, one to reinforce there. I'm thinking that this army here is going to go up and meet there. And that's the first army. That's what I'm thinking. And then this army was perhaps the second army, which is the better quality. Yeah, I'm thinking that's probably it, you know. I'm thinking that's probably it, which means that this army will... We were recruiting some troops here in Fukushima, which we probably don't need. We'll let them recruit, and we'll replace some of these cheaper units with these guys. Okay, I'm seeing things now. I'm seeing things. It's going to take ages to recruit the second army, though. So I'm thinking we better get. I think we'll take the one army whilst the second one is recruiting. So let's get it. Let's get this gone. Let's get this sorted. So we'll take him out. This is now the. Is this the daimyo? Didn't really want him in the weaker army. Foreign veteran. Train your troops up to better ranks. Is that when they're sat in the army? Do they? Is it like a passive thing? How do you get a foreign veteran? How do you do that? I need a specific building, right? I need a specific building for foreign veteran. Aha! Hire a foreign veteran. So what do you do, Mr. Veteran Man? You supervise troop recruitment. You have entered. What does that do? A foreign veteran can be placed inside a city to supervise troop recruitment, which reduces costs. Ah, veterans can also train troops either in a city or in the field. Training increases their experience levels. The savings and experience imparted are directly linked to the rank of the veteran in question. Ah! Perfect. Let's get one of them on the go then in Fukushima. I knew there was a reason. I knew there was a reason we upgraded the port. That was it all along. We wanted to recruit a foreign veteran. That's exactly what we wanted to do. We knew it all along. There's always a plan, even when there isn't one. Right, good, good stuff. Okay. So these guys. Bugger, blast, and damnation, I think, is a few words I need to use here. Right, you, sir, run
As you command.
as quickly as your legs will carry you. I need you to do something. Oh, should we click on him? What's he going to sound like? Come on, Mr. Man. Ashley Swift. That's definitely an English name, isn't it?
How can I help?
No, that's American.
I know ways of killing you ain't even dreamed up.
Ashley Swift, I think, is American. Good evening, Cameron. Welcome to the confusion of what the hell we're supposed to be doing, because I haven't got the foggiest clue. I think we shall... We're going to wait for him to come and meet the army. Cottage industry. That's fine. Yeah, we're going to wait for him to come up and meet the army. Then he's going to take all of these troops, barring a couple of... barring maybe one or two spear levies. And then he's going to take the boats. Or he's going to yeah, kind of get to here on the boats. The boats will come upriver, upstream. Meet with these guys, and then we'll go together up here. That's exactly what we'll do. Who are these people? Yonezawa, allied. Sailing dangerously close to my trade route. Don't be getting any ideas, me laddie. Don't be getting any ideas at all. I don't like the look of that. Right. Okay. The Obama clan, pittering and pottering, Nagawaka sailing away, doing something. A peace treaty with the Sado.
Sensible man of many things, and so reach some accord here today.
So who are these people? Why should I be interested in a peace treaty with you? I do not have the foggiest clue. You are allied with the Yonezawa and the No, that's me, sorry. You are allied with the Yodo. Enemies with the Nagawaka. Enemies with us. Enemies with the... I mean, I'm not... They're not my concern, are they, really? Map-wise. They have two provinces. They are beset on all sides by enemies. And if I can get a peace treaty out of them for, say, 1,000 coins, ooh, we might be able to come to an agreement. That's probably too much for them then, is it? Have they got any cash? Destitute. Well, that's rather unfortunate, isn't it? If you can't pay for peace, we don't give these things away for free. We might be able... Let me refresh myself here. That means they're not going to accept, right? Satisfactory means they'll accept. Okay. This is not filling me with much joy. 250 coins for a peace treaty seems awfully cheap. Okay, they're destitute. Sorry, pal. Can't do it to you. You know, we'd be doing you a dishonour. Yariki, Yarikachi, Shogite, all ready and waiting. Okay, very good. Very good. Let us get our head around this little plan of ours, because I've been very confused. So let's get our troops together here. I think we're going to have a meeting of the minds. Let us get ready here. Okay, let's get ready to rumble. You guys. Hey, you guys. Screw you guys. And him. What do we need? We need you two. Right, we need you guys here to come. We shall meet at Miyagi. Seems like a good place to meet. Right next to the port here, you see? So that's 3. Okay, so there's 3 there, 2 spears and a horse. Here we shall go 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, this is a very unbalanced army, really. One set of katana troops. So it'll be them guys and him.
Ready for orders. As you wish, my lord.
There he is, look. There he is. Hello there, Mr. Man. Our adopted son. Take these troops with you, if you wouldn't mind. And then just go on a little jaunt. There you go. That leaves a daimyo together with just a couple of spears in there. So you go off as well. And you are going... What's this mean? Obama. Are they attacking? Are they... I think they're hitting the Obama. What are you doing? Are they at war with the Obama? Yoda, Seido, Ozaki, Matsume, Wakayama. They're not hostile with us, right? No, okay. Why are they attacking this thing here? Oh, is that attrition? That's not attrition, is it? Aizu. Okay, there's multiple trade routes here. They're attacking one of our trade partners. Yeah, Yoda. Yeah, they're attacking one of our trade partners, which kind of is not really good for us. I could appreciate it if you wouldn't do that, you know. But hey ho, things must happen. Oh. Oh. Forgot him.
I'll make real men out of them.
There you go. Don't forget to train those troops, buddy. You guys are going to go and join the boats here. It should be quicker.
Destination reached.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 turns for the boats there. He's off up there. They shall meet together. Okay, so we need 10 of these guys. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you should come down here as well.
Ready for battle.
There we go. That leaves them free. Them free. So they're coming there. They're going up there. He's going to get the boats there, and they all merge together and form one happy family. All of that needs to happen pretty quickly. Okay. So now that we have sorted out that little predicament, we now need to get to the fact where we start to consider our second second army, which is already halfway there. So it shouldn't take too long. So it's made up of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 melee troops. 1, 2, 3, 4 bow troops. So that's 4, that's 9, 10 with the Yariki, which means we need another set of Yariki to make it 11. Don't forget the daimyo's in there as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We need 6 more units, which was probably going to consist of 4 lots of spear, 2 lots of Kisho ninja. And that should be quite a nice 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 of them. And they shall have the nice gleaming superior armor, which would be very nice, very good indeed. I didn't research this because I forgot, but nobody told me in the last session, nobody answered the question. Can we upgrade our armor? Or not? We have this upgraded blacksmith now, but we can't seem to upgrade the current troops to don this new armor, which seems a very strange affair. Surely there must be a way. Anyway. Oh, that's bloody stupid. Bloody ridiculous, man, I say. Bloody ridiculous. Anyway, so we're recruiting... oh, no, I don't think it's possible. Somebody say, the man in the know is saying it's not possible. Necrox is the man in the know, in my opinion. Told me about the ships. He knows what I need to know. So, right, we're going to continue on. So we're almost done with this. We need, okay, 1 set of Kisho ninja. So that's 1 more set of Kisho ninja required, and then we are good. We are good. So that should be 8 turns for our second army, our more elite army, and then depending on what our first army does up here, the second elite army will just kind of play it by ear as to what they do. Do they launch an attack against the Jose where they are here currently weak? I don't know. Do we send them somewhere where we're being backstabbed by our allies? Maybe. Do they sit there drinking tea and having a right old whale of a time doing nothing? Possibly not. Possibly not. Right, clan developments. We are currently going for merchant houses, which gives us extra modernisation and clan-wide tax bonus and blah blah blah. Very good, which I think is perfectly fine. We're trying to avoid too much modernisation beyond level 2. I think level 2 I said it was as much as we're going to modernise, otherwise we start to lose those traditional bonuses that we get. So we don't want to go too far down any sort of modernisation lines if we can help it. So everything is pretty much hunky-dory really. It's just now playing the old waiting game, getting things moving along. Now we do have some spare coin to spend, so we'll start expanding our infrastructure now whilst we're waiting patiently for our troops to be recruited. So we shall start down south and work our way up north. Oh, you asked a question, Sam, earlier, and I forgot. You said, how was my weekend been? I had a very good weekend this weekend, as I consider upgrading something first. No, we won't go for traditional dojos, we won't go for military buildings upgrades just yet. We're going to just stick with financial. So anything that we can build for 3,000. Markets getting upgraded there. Tenant fields. Commercial farming would be very nice. Does modernise. -1 to happiness for modernisation. Traditional dojo actually reduces modernisation, so we may need to upgrade these dojos if only to reduce modernisation. So we'll have to keep an eye on modernisation effect as we start upgrading the farms and stuff. So tenant farms, markets, okay, we'll bear that as in mind. Sagami, nothing there. Kazuza, right, what's that? Gambling den. Oh, that's only 2,800, and that gives us increase to wealth, happiness, town growth, -1 to modernisation as well. I don't think that increases with every upgrade though. I think it's -1, and as soon as you build it once, you've built it once. That's the gist I'm getting actually. Correct me if I'm wrong. Which then should be the same. No, that goes to modernisation +1 there. I see. Right, Mahjong Parlour it is. Very good. Right. So I went hiking, yes. This weekend, I'll tell you what's happened. What's happened is, I do every Saturday and Sunday. I started January. I did this at the back end of last year, kind of tailed off with the summer racing, because I don't like the summer racing really. Horse racing I'm talking about now. I like the jumps racing, which only happens in the winter. So when I came back off my holiday in November, the season had just started, the jump season. So I had a bit of a play around in December, nothing serious. And then 1st of January, boom. You know, I'm going on 2 holidays this year. So I thought, bit of extra spending money in the back pocket would be nice this year. So decided to start back up the sports trading again. We failed a mission. And Sen no Sei, hoping to ease tensions, elders have requested that we invest in this year's Sen no Sei in honour of our noble ancestors. Costs 2,000 but gives us a grateful populace, which gives us town growth and +12. Is this worth it? What do you think, people? I open to my council members here, to my advisors who ill-advised me in the last session, but I'll let you off. I'll give you a chance to redeem yourself. Shall we go for this investment for our people? Extra happiness. We have been an honourable daimyo, a daimyo that does indeed care. Or we could just say, do you know what? We are already a happy populace. Should we be, should we give them even more happiness, or should we be saving our coffers for the impending campaign that we are recruiting for? Either or, how does fit really. We are now really recruiting like hellfire. But you are going with investing. Anybody else has any thoughts on this situation? In 12 turns, we're probably not even going to be finished our recruitment campaign, to be honest with you. Are we going to benefit from this? Hello, Nicholas Sims. Your message got buried. And my rather haphazard recruitment policy is... Right. Well, people are remaining mute on the point, so I shall. We shall invest. We shall continue extra happiness. Why not? Why not enjoy the happiness while it lasts? Because in a few years' time you shall all be struck down dead. He's thinking in his mind. No, he's not really. He's an optimistic man. But I'm thinking it aloud. Stop your sculpting! Come on, I need your bloody action here. Skeleton warriors today. It is no problem. Skeleton warriors sound far more interesting than voting on trivial matters. Right. Where was I? I was looking at improving. We can't improve with 2,000 coins, so we should end that little shindig at least until the next turn. So. To the boats! How long do boats take? Let's just make sure that we don't miss the boat. No puns intended, of course. They take... What the hell is that? 3,000 coins? I thought that was 300... I thought that honestly was 350 coins for a boat. 335. I didn't see the 4. 3 grand? I think we won't buy that one. Oh, they've gone in reverse order. This is a cheap and cheerful. 342. I thought I saw a cheap one. Only takes 1 turn. Only takes 1 turn. Good. So we can recruit that at the last minute. So they're going. You're going. You're going. Make hay while the sun shines. Doodle doo da 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 zuba da doo. Okay. Sorry. I'm well awake now. I'm getting like a surge of energy, you know. Anyway, so what was I saying? I was saying that yes, I started the sports trading on the horse racing 1st of January, and it's been going pretty well. I've been accruing some little profits, creaming them off, putting them into a savings account to fund my holidays this year. And you know, every Saturday and every Sunday, without fail, that's what I do. I sit down throughout the day and trade the horse racing.
Look to the whole tree.
You're not getting a peace treaty. You're not getting one. You can't afford one. So no, go away. So anyway, oh, what is happening with all these people? All these messages, man. All these messages. He's leveling up. Right. Good show, chappy. Good show. What do you need? Zeal when converting, or we can go down the line of assassinations, which is always nice, and instilling discipline in the armies. There's another assassinating one, but I think it's down here, right? Yeah, right here. So we're going to have to kind of go down this way as well. So we'll start going down this line. No, they're not. Oh no, my plans are being foiled here. My plans are being scuppered. We're gonna have to turn our blade on a friendly clan. There's gonna be no way around this, is there? This land will fall. I mean, going all this way and to all this trouble just to take this one slither of land does seem a little bit much. Anyway, we'll continue for now. And we'll see where we are when the two armies are ready as to what we want to do. Out of the two clans that we are attacking here, if we attack the Yonezawa, we risk drawing the ire of the Nagawaka, which I really do not want to happen until we are ready. And we ain't ready. We've seen how strong they are. Attacking the Josei isn't as bad because they are only allied with the Yonezawa, from what I can just remember from the start of the session. They're only allied with the Yonezawa. So even if the Yonezawa were brought into the war to help the Josei, that wouldn't draw the attention of the Nagawaka. Still, fighting the Josei and the Yonezawa at the same time wouldn't be very much fun. But we're going to have to do something. Unless we sailed our ships down here and took on some enemy clans in some random area. But we'll get there. We'll see we'll see how the land lies as and when we're ready to launch our attacks. And I'll bow to your wisdom, people, or perhaps lack of wisdom, depending on which way you look at things. I jest in a serious manner. Right, where were we? We were looking at upgrading the mahjong parlours now and such. We're not upgrading the cottage industry, that's already at a tenant fields. We're not upgrading the port there, that's already going into a financial district, which is fine. Kozuke, that can go up to a financial district, which gives more wealth and stuff, which is very nice indeed. So we'll get that done this turn, which leaves us next turn to upgrade nothing there, because that's cottage industry as well. Now that we have modernisation level 2, we could actually destroy those cottage industries and replace them with the traditional units, traditional buildings, if we get too close to modernisation. Fukushima already has the rich mahjong parlour there. Miyagi already has the rich mahjong parlour there as well, as does that. So, oh, don't worry, talky walky meaty peaty. I don't have it either. I am bowing to people's wisdom here. I am confused as to what is happening with certain things. It's like the blind leading the blind. Always a recipe for things to go awry, but hey, it makes for fun viewing, I'm sure, when things go inevitably wrong when you think they're going right. Almost like an element of surprise. Right, we're getting there. This army is coming together very slowly, and my story is getting no further down the line here. So anyway, my Saturdays and Sundays are spent training the horse racing, and that's what I've been doing since January. Anyway, so the reason why I went 6 more turns there, and then we're done here, I believe. Yeah, looking pretty good. The reason why I went hiking on Saturday is because if you've been following the news or just sort of been glancing the news, you may have heard that there is currently a bit of an epidemic. Well, it's not quite an epidemic yet, but there's been a few cases of equine flu in a particular horse racing yard, and therefore, to nip it in the bud, there has been a complete and utter ban on British horse racing since last week, sometime last week, last Wednesday, I think. So there's been no, it's Irish horse racing, but I'm not a big fan of the Irish horse racing. But the British horse racing, there's been a complete and utter ban for the past just under a week, and we're still no closer to finding out when it's going to be back on again. So there's no horse racing at all. That's a big industry for a start, so there's a lot of issues on its own. But for me, there's issues because I can't bloody do my sports trading. Can't earn my little pennies. So this weekend just gone, because this was the first weekend where there was no horse racing, I thought, what am I going to do? What am I going to do with my time? Now that every Saturday I've been doing this, so now that I have a Saturday free where I'm not doing this, what do I do with myself? So I thought, you know what? I'm going to go out walking. Get out of the house for a change and experience the great outdoors. Sabotaging and assassinating. There we go. So he's quite a good assassinator, this man here. So I'm thinking we should probably take either him, or we have him here who's also good at assassinating in this army as well as the foreign veteran, because assassinating enemy generals and stuff might be quite useful before a battle to lower their morale. So while I remember doing that, we shall put him in the army to instill discipline. So we got him. We got the what do they call him? The chappy, the Shinsengumi instilling discipline. We got this guy doing something as well. So between the two of them, they should whip this army into shape quite nicely. So yeah, so whilst there was no horse racing and I couldn't do what I usually do on a weekend, I thought I'll get out of the house for a change and experience the great outdoors. So I decided to go with a friend. We walked from Robin Hood's Bay to Whitby, over the Cleveland Way, which is on basically walking the tops of the cliff round from Robin Hood's Bay round to Whitby. And let me tell you, hiking is, I think, something to be done in the summer. I'm not one of these hardened hiking veterans with a Berghaus jacket, hiking boots, backpack, and, you know, I will walk whatever the weather. Oh, no, no, no. I'm a city person that enjoys creature comforts and stuff. So I prefer to go walking when the sun is out. I can walk in just some tracksuit bottoms and a t-shirt and not have to worry about being whipped in the face by hail, sleet and cold winds. Anyway, suffice to say, we'll wait another turn and then we shall consider where we go from there. It was absolutely massively windy. It was horrendously windy, and I'm talking gale force winds. So once we were walking the top of these cliffs, exposed to the elements, it wasn't cold. It was about 8 degrees, so it was mildish for the, you know, I call that not freezing. And the sun was out. That was the only blessing. The sun.
We should discuss matters of mutual interest.
Are you kidding me?
So that all may profit and flourish.
They are desperate, but they can't afford it. They can't afford my price. Maybe I should just accept this just to get them off my back. Really, just go away. You're harassing me now, and I take umbrage with harassment. 1,000, no more, no less. Right, well then don't come back.
Ours have been
Don't
wasted.
come back to me
Our
until you've got
troops
1,000
have been-
coins, okay? Now, bye. And cordial relations is researched. Let's just go. Autumn is upon us, so we're getting close to winter. Not a campaigning season, it must be said. Right, that's going to increase modernise. Oh, modernisation could be an issue. Modernisation. No, we don't want any more modernisation here, people. We want to take away from the modern. We want to take away. I think we're kind of stuck. I think we're, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we're kind of stuck here because we're forced to research things. So even if we want to, we can't freeze the development of these things. So at some point, as the longer this campaign goes, we're gonna have to research these. We're gonna be forced to research these even if we don't want to. And all of them give +1 to modernisation. So I kind of think we're stuck. We're going to modernise whether we like it or not. Which I can't believe I've just realised that now. That really pains me. The tide of technology. We don't want to embrace it though. We don't want your technology. To hell with your damn technology. It's overrated. Just as people sat around the table looking at their damn iPhones rather than having a conversation with their family. Oh. Right. Diplomatic relations. Why not? Blast. 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 Anyway, so yes, we were walking on the hills. We were walking on the tops of the cliffs with the wind, gale force winds, blowing us all over the place. I have never experienced. I have never experienced. Where's the cheap version? I want the wooden cheap version, please. We do things on the cheap when it comes to these kind of matters. Right, one turn. We'll have the boats, and then we will be off. So yeah, I'll finish my story before I continue on now, because otherwise I'm gonna lose all sight of things. So yeah, we walk. I've never been ever in a situation where I've, multiple times the wind has been strong enough to literally almost blow me off my feet. It was that bad. And imagine walking up like a 45% incline, even steeper on occasion, in mud, whilst the wind is blowing you in the face at what must have been, 70 miles an hour? It was an experience and a half, I tell you that much. It really was a workout. And it was only a 5.5 miles walk, but it felt like a 10-mile walk after you'd battled your way through the weather conditions. Anyway, we got to Whitby, and in Whitby, there was a convention going on that particular weekend. It was the steampunk convention. So there was loads of people, particularly at the top where the old monastery was, the abbey ruins. That's where they have most of their festivals and stuff. And the church at the top of the steps, if you know Whitby at all. All those loads of people in like steampunk fancy dress, fancy hats on, all the full attire. It looked bloody awesome. And loads of people giving them strange looks, and I thought they looked marvellous. Loads of people dressed up in steampunk attire. It was really, really great to see. And I had some fish and chips. Then we caught the bus back to Robin Hood's Bay, and then we drove home. It's very pleasant day indeed. Right. So that was my Saturday. I'll get to my Sunday in a minute as well. Right, Stronghold gives us extra recruitment, extra repression. That's not that expensive. Traditional dojo is already decreasing modernisation. Financial district here, kind of overlooked that one. So we'll go for financial district there. Could go for another upgrade. Don't want commercial farming. Let's just keep double checking. How's the recruitment going here? It's 4 more turns. This is looking like a real kick-ass army, this one. Financial district there as well. So financial district there, financial district there. That reminds me of Die Hard with Vengeance. I really enjoy that film. Right, okay, so there's just a couple more buildings down there to do. He's getting there on the boats very shortly. Going up here, then we've got our 2 units in there, our 2 agents. The army is ready to go, it really is. We are itching, we are chomping at the bit to head north to our little island up here, to take this last little bit of land before our enemy does. It really isn't going to happen, is it? So the Matsume then should pretty much have 1 land left, yeah? Yeah, they're pretty much dead in the water. Pretty much dead in the water indeed. Okay. Let's just take a very quick peek at what's happening further afield, if we may. We have the Sado, who we are currently at war with. They are trying to get a peace with us. And they have 1 island there. And they have 1 piece of land there, which is Hida. So they're still clinging on. I'm surprised that the Nagawaka haven't removed them off the face of this earth yet. And they're pretty exposed. We have a geisha here. Look, oh, maybe they are coming. Maybe they are coming. They have actually a slight force here defending. We shall keep an eye and see when they go down. The Obama clan. We are at peace with them. They are enemies with mainly a load of other emperor factions. Oh dear. If you look at the situation, I mean, it's a very friendly place up here. It's like one big loving, isn't it? Oh, after you, sir. No, after you. Let me hold the door open for you. Come on through, my dear man. Fancy a cup of tea? Oh, very nice and civilized at the minute. Someone is going to have to break that civilization and turn it on its head. And it's going to have to be us, I think. But it really pains me to do this. It really pains me to do this. Right? Anything we need to be worrying about? No? Okay. Everything is kind of just ticking over. The Tozer. So that was my Saturday. Sunday, decided to go for a slightly different affair. You know, I'd done my high-flying, windy-face kind of escapades. I thought I'd go for a bit more of a sit-down affair on Sunday. So seeing as, again, there's no horse racing on Sunday, thought, once again, I'll get out the house. So I thought, you know what? I'll treat me mother to a bite to eat. So we went to Harrogate and went to a place called Mama Doreen's, which is a little cafe in Harrogate that does afternoon tea. Bearing in mind, I booked this for 12 o'clock midday for 2 reasons. First of all, it was the only slot they had spare, but even if they didn't have any other slots spare, I would have booked 12, maybe 1 o'clock at the latest, because I had a football tournament that started at 5. So I didn't want to be too late. Is our boat ready? Where's our boat? Where's my boat? I recruited a boat, no? Where's my boat? Oh, it's here. Just testing, just testing. Just testing you. Right, good. Up here, please. Let's hope there are no enemy ships en route, otherwise this little piddly wooden thing was in big danger. We stand to lose a hell of a lot in terms of a full stack army if we get this wrong, including our Inspector General. So we should really be very careful here. Very careful, because we are kind of straying into enemy. I wonder we're at peace with the Matsume at the moment. Ah, that's very interesting. Indeed, it is. Good stuff. So we went to the Mamador in Harrogate. We had afternoon tea at midday, and I gotta tell you, oh,
Your orders, my lord.
it was positively delicious. Absolutely delicious. It was caramelized onion tart. We got a savoury scone with cream cheese and some kind of chutney on. That was like the little startery things. Then we had some of the traditional sandwiches, which were very nice. Cucumber sandwich and sandwich that had cheese, ham and onion chutney in, cream cheese on some kind of fancy bread, brioche or whatever the hell it was, and something else. Can't remember. Let me get my head around what else we need here. Cottage industry, no. Financial district, tenant fields, port. Tenant fields, stronghold. Kozuke, tenant fields there. Shimotsuke, cottage industry, no. Samurai dojo. I think we're done, aren't we here? Was there one more? There was one more, right? No, which Mahjong Parlour? No, I'm sure there was one more that needed upgrading. Cottage industry, which Mahjong Parlour? Traditional dojo, which Mahjong Parlour? No. Right, okay. So what do you reckon we should start upgrading next, folks? We've got all of the financial districts upgraded to the maximum that they can be. Or they're in the process of being upgraded. What's after a financial district? Yeah, a Junin Ryoge, and that's out of our reach at the moment. So the next set of upgrades, we can either upgrade the dojos, we could upgrade the farms, which is going to increase our modernization, but hey, that's going to happen anyway. Or we can increase the stronghold. We can increase the actual the stronghold, which gives extra resistance to bombardment, extra repression, extra retainers, but it doesn't offer any financial benefits really that I can see. Alternatively, we could upgrade the actual towns themselves, possibly, if there's any that need any upgrades. They're kind of expensive, these ones. They're all 6,000 coins. If there are any that are underdeveloped, we can take a look at them, but they all appear to be where they need to be. Okay, so that's the questions that answers that question. So yeah, castle, that's already pretty high. That's a fortress already, that's fine. That's a fortress already, that's fine. That's a fortress. That's a fortress. So that's already a citadel. Goodness grief. Fortress. That's a stronghold. So I think we'll go with it. I think we'll upgrade to fortresses in Kazusa and in Aizu. They're the only two that need to be upgraded to fortresses here. So we'll do that next. So fortress there, fortress here, and then I suppose it's just might as well upgrade the farms. As much as it's going to cause modernisation, as we've explored, that's going to happen anyway. So it is what it is. Things have stagnated here. Why are these people not attacking? Why? Why are you not doing this? Jose. Hi, Jose. Park the bus yet? No? Okay, we'll move on. How is our army faring? 3 more turns, and then it's done. Right. Ships at the ready. Agent ready. Everything ready. This guy was on a bit of a mooch. Just mooching. Hi. I sneak.
As you wish.
Very quietly. I do not want them to see me. They will not see me. So that's underdefended. That's the first thing to know. That's underdefended. That's another thing to know. And probably that's underdefended as well. I'm thinking if we wipe the Yonezawa off the face of this map. No, I'm getting ahead of myself here. We'll continue with the plan as it is. which is get to the Natsume before our friends do. Alright, bear with me a second.
Let us speak then of matters of import. I have a proposal to make.
Okay, it's dinner time very shortly. Sausage and mash with onion gravy and Yorkshire puddings. So you'll forgive me if I don't leave it to go cold, because it smells bloody delightful. Right, no peach treaties. Go away. I keep asking. Oh, look at that! They're repelling the Nagawaka. Oh, hellfire. Oh, hellfire. Hellfire and brimstone. Well, it solves our problem. We are now under no illusion about where we need to go next. Always on the back foot. The question is, have the Yonezawa joined with them? Or have they joined our side? I'm hoping because these have been the treacherous ones that they may join on our side. If not, things have really just gotten a hell of a lot more interesting. The Natsume are gone. The Josei are obviously getting ideas above their station. They think, hey ho, we've taken an entire island to our, apart from that one little land up there. Therefore, my friends, we can do what the hell we bloody well want. Well, I'm here to tell you, my friend, that is not how this works. You see, Josei, you have, I don't know how, what have they done to me to break the alliance? Have they just broken the alliance to prepare us for what's coming? Or have they attacked us somewhere where I can't see? I ain't seeing a Josei army, a Josei ship causing me grief here. So I think they've just done the honourable thing, and they've broken the alliance. In fact, I don't think they've actually declared war on us. I don't think they've declared war. They've just broken the alliance. They're still friendly. Okay, that explains things. That explains things. And they are still allied with the Yonezawa. As are we. And the Nagawaka. As they are not. So if we attack the Josei, the Yonezawa have a decision to make. How much do they like us? Very friendly. How much do they... They're allied with both of us. They're going to be very friendly with both of us, aren't they? Oh, man. Right, I think this is actually quite an appropriate place to take a 10-minute break whilst I wolf down my dinner. We have an army ready to rock and roll. It's our weaker army, but this army is certainly strong enough to sail south, if need be, and pretty much blast these two out of the water. Alternatively, this army right here could remain north in case the Yonezawa join the Josei, so that we're not hit from behind. And with this army down south that's just about to be ready, the daimyo's elite army. We could use this army to take the Josei out over this side. Keep that army in the north to prepare for any potential incursions from the northern island. So these are all things to consider. Alternatively, we could just potter along and close our eyes and hope that the big bad world doesn't bite us in the derriere. But anyway, food for thought, get thinking, because we're going to have to plan and prepare for our future. So what are we going to do? 2 more turns. 2 more turns, and then something will happen very bad. Very, very, very bad indeed. Right. Come.
As you command.
Ooh, let's put him right there. If they decide to have a war with us now, all of a sudden, we have an exposed daimyo. That could have been foolish. But we like to live life on the edge. Right, so I'm going to take a break now until 25 past. So consider any sort of tactical input, and then when I come back we shall have the discussion as to how we are going to proceed tactically in the next phase of the campaign. Because no matter what we do from here on in, we're on a downward slide. We're on a downward slide from here on in. See you shortly.
Come, be seated. I will order tea, and we will have agreement before sunset. Come, be seated. I will order tea. Come, be seated.
Okie dokie. Back with you. Alrighty.
Ready for orders.
Okie dokie. So anyway, I will explain, I will get this story finished before I continue. I was talking about my afternoon tea yesterday. It was sausage and mash, Cham. Sausage and mash with onion gravy, Yorkshire puddings, bit of mashed swede. And it was very delicious, although I'm now rather full. Rather full. Just a cup of tea. Just a cup of tea before bed, and that's it, done. I am done for the day. Anyway, yesterday I had my afternoon tea. Went out for afternoon tea with the mother. For afternoon tea / lunch. Had me onion tart and me savoury scone. The sandwiches, of course. And then for the treats, the sweet treats, there was a scone with cream and jam, obviously. Afternoon tea, you've got to have your scone and jam scone. There was like a Bailey's trifle, so Bailey's flavoured mousse with a chocolate sponge and some other stuff in there, which was absolutely delicious. A mini chocolate and fudge muffin, which was absolutely delightful, and a raspberry pavlova, mini raspberry pavlova, so meringue cream, raspberry on top, which again was absolutely oh, I'm telling you, it was very, very nice indeed, and not overly heavy, to be fair, for a brunch / lunch. And then I finished off my weekend's affairs with a football tournament yesterday evening, which we won. So all in all, a very successful day, very happy weekend. Got out of the house, did some other stuff. We'll see what happens next weekend if the racing is off, which I think it will be, because as somebody said earlier, there has been some new confirmed cases of equine flu in the ranks of a different trainer, and therefore that's put racing being resumed anytime soon very much in doubt. And even more frighteningly, if you're a horse racing fan like me, the Cheltenham Festival is only 4 weeks away now. The big racing festival of the year. This is the centerpiece of the horse racing calendar for the jumps racing. It's what all the big horses are gearing up for. That could be in jeopardy, which would be catastrophic. I really must say, it would be absolutely horrible if it was had to be cancelled. But of course, horses' welfare comes first and all that. Last time Cheltenham was cancelled was 2001 with foot and mouth, if you're old enough to remember foot and mouth. The foot and mouth crisis of 2001, 17 years ago. Some of you may not have been born then, or may have just been little babes. Anyway, so that was my weekend. It is very well, it's like flu. Yes, like regular flu, human flu, very contagious. Somebody sneezes in your general direction, you know you're going to be struck down. It's just a waiting game. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. But suffice to say, my training activities have been put on hold, which is a bummer, because I do enjoy watching the horse racing as well as doing the training. I do actually watch it as quite for the spectacle that it is, and I'm missing it. Anyway. One last thing I just wanted to throw out there, because we've been talking about it. Has anybody seen this Rate My Plate craze that is happening on Facebook? Is it Facebook? I think it's Facebook. Rate My Plate, where people, there's like I think it must be a group that's been created or something, and people post on this group photographs of their plates of food. Now, this has always been a thing on Facebook. Always been a thing where people post their dinners on their feeds. It's been going on for years, but some bright spark has decided to create this page and have everybody post in this one page their meals. And obviously, you get people that have. I imagine generally speaking, I think people, to start with, may have been putting their food on there seriously. But then, of course, you get the people that begin to put on their car crash of a dinner on purpose, I'm sure. I mean, some people cannot be that bad at cooking, surely. Some of the car crashes that have been posted. I'm not signed up to this site. I mean, I'm not really big on these kind of things. But it's just, I've just seen snippets of things because it's actually made the news. And I've seen little snippets of comments that people make, and people are now purposely being over the top with their criticisms of these plates of food. And I've got to say, I think it might have been, you know, initially. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure of what's going on, but I'm sure people are purposely putting on all manner of things. But it's just the comments. The comments are got to make me absolutely howl with laughter. Some of the comments that people have put. And I think people's genuine efforts. There was somebody posted up a roast dinner, which I didn't think looked too bad, to be fair. It was some beef, roast potatoes, Yorkshire puddings. It didn't look that bad. But boy, some people were rather put some hilarious slippers comparing the beef to Gandhi's flip-flop and scoops of mash looking like ice cream and all kind of. It was rather funny. Anyway, I just thought I'd just mention that. It just tickled me today. I've seen a couple of these things today, and it's people's comments is absolutely hilarious. When anything happens nowadays, whenever there's a news story or a sports story on the news, on Twitter, on a website, I very rarely take interest in the article anymore. I sort of skim read the article. It's the comments underneath the article that I always now look for and scroll down to, because it's just, they just make you laugh. Some people just make you absolutely laugh. So whenever I watch like the BBC website, I look at a sports story, and if I see that there's a comment section, I'll just immediately just skim read the story, go straight to the comments, and see what people are saying. It's just absolute comedy gold. It really is. Keyboard warriors at their finest, you know, sat there in the underwear. They're a very dangerous breed. Anyway, slight interlude over. I always like to have a bit of an interlude after I've eaten, just to let my dinner settle before we dive back into the action. Anyway, so, interlude done. What are we doing? I ask that not because I'm confused, which you would be forgiven for mistaking. But what do we do next? What do we do? We are not currently at war with the Jose, but they have broken their alliance with us, which to me suggests only one thing: they are preparing to do something to us. They are putting the wheels in motion to cause us grief. They are weak here. You have observed correctly. They are very weak here. We could take them out quite quickly. Couple of swift strikes and boof boof. They'd be a little bit worse for wear. This is probably a tougher challenge than we may give them credit for, because they actually have quite a large garrison in there and some troops. This could be pretty dangerous. So I think this is probably going to call for our stronger army to do its stuff. This is pretty piddly for the time being. So if we are going to strike out the Jose, we strike out down here, and we strike out with our strongest army. I think the plan of keeping... See you later, Ollie. The plan of this army being kept up north, just in case the Yonezawa turn on us and join the Jose in this war, which I'm thinking is more than likely to happen. We then have a means to quickly strike out at their lands up in the north. We'll take this army through and just literally blast our way round, potentially. So that then hopefully by a handful of turns time we'll pretty much have we'll pretty much have the entirety of this land in our colour for however long that's going to last, because I don't think it's going to last too long.
Yes, my lord.
Okay, so we're ready to launch a counterattack if need be here, or indeed if the Jose decide to land any of their troops from their island on these shores, we're ready. We don't have naval support due to our playstyle, so that could be a problem. But, you know, this is our northernmost province, so as long as we keep an eye up here, we should be okay. We have this one ship at our disposal. I'm going to make use of it. It's not to be used for fighting purposes. So we'll just have that kind of scout up this way, when starting now, I suppose. I don't think the Jose have got any ships down here. I could be mistaken, but I don't think they've got any ships down here. So to me, the threat from the Jose will come from up here. So if we send this guy up with the ships to scout and patrol, that would be a good start. We do have an agent.
My lord, on my way.
Okay, so they're weak there. So they were undefended there. They were undefended here. They've got a little bit of a defense here. Nothing to harp on about, really. So we are pretty much ready to attack them, really. We're just waiting for this one last Kisho ninja to come forth, but I can't wait any longer. 2 turns is, at a time like this, now quite crucial, so I'm just going to have to pad this army out with an extra troop of levy instead of another Kisho ninja. So this army is pretty much good to dance, barring you, to meet up with the daimyo.
At your service. Finding shelter.
Alright, I'm going to save my coin here. We are gathering a lot of coin. Our infrastructure is pretty much where we need it to be. I'm quite happy with the infrastructure, barring that, but just in case we need to cobble something together in a jiffy, we need a battle treasury, I think, now. So all building work across the land is on hold. We have a nice healthy income, so that is now postponed in case we need to recruit troops at the drop of a hat wherever we need to recruit them. I'm getting a little bit of a butterflies in the stomach feeling here. Things are happening. So, folks, I think attacking the Jose first is really the only option here. We have run out of natural enemies to strike down. The only alternative would be to head down here to pick off a couple more of the Imperial forces, which makes no sense at all. The only question I have is, if we attack the Jose, would we suffer? Would we suffer? Would we draw the ire of somebody? Would we be classed as traitors? I think we're past the point of caring, to be honest. We need to make our moves. So we need to cancel our trade agreements with the Jose, just to completely and utterly end ties with them.
We no longer see a need for our merchants to trade with you. That is the sum of my message.
Indeed it is. In fact, I brought the message. Okay, I brought the message. Don't you try to take my glory from me. And our military access.
The spirits of our lands are unquiet.
Indeed.
Sometimes
Indeed.
travelers meet and profit. Shall we?
Right. Not a problem. We won't attack them. We won't declare war in this turn. We shall... Do we have to declare war before we attack them, or can we just attack them and declare war as we're attacking them? We don't have to wait a turn and for any sort of formalities, do we? We're beyond formalities at this point. We're just going to have to strike fast, strike hard, strike true. That's what we must do. 10 turns. What's 10 turns? The penalty situation. Where did it say that? Declaring war on this clan will harm all other diplomatic relations. 10 turns. Oh my god. Okay. I don't wish. Oh, look at that. Look at that. We're kinda indifferent with these guys now. And winter's coming. Do you know what? We're gonna sit here with our armies and we're gonna wait. Take the boats up, just get a lay of the land. Not a problem, we'll sort that out. I want you up here. I need to see all settlements. So he's going to head up for the winter, camp outside Ugo. This army will camp outside here to keep an eye on Uzum. He's up there keeping an eye on Aomori. The ships will come up and keep an eye on Jose activity in the water. And our army down south, all the way down here, our elite army, I'll have you know, will camp right here, keeping an eye on Shimosa. We will recruit another shinobi here to keep an eye on Hitachi, and at that point we should have all angles covered. So I believe, in fitting with our current situation and in fitting with how we've played this campaign and the fact that we are going for honour and honourable, I'm thinking we're going to wait this out and let them cast their name into the mud. If we attack them, it will increase the chance of the Yonezawa joining on their side. If they attack us and dishonour themselves, maybe, just maybe, the Yonezawa might side with us. It's a big maybe, but hey ho, we'll take that risk. The biggest risk is, of course, is that they start to put troops in here. They start to put troops in here, which kind of removes that initial shock and awe element, which is the only thing making me feel uneasy with waiting. What do you think, people? I'm just curious to your thoughts. I'm not going to use a voting kind of system, but I'm just kind of intrigued to hear your thoughts. The benefits, the pros and cons here of waiting versus striking out now. How severe, for instance, would the penalty be if we were to break that become dishonourable by attacking after so recently breaking ties? Anyway, for the time being, we can't do anything, so there's no point of. We might as well end the turn. They may attack us in it now, and any conversation is null and void. We'll see. 10 turns. Winter is 4 turns, and we've got the rest of autumn. I think, have we? Yeah, we've got the rest of. Nice little jingle there. We've got the rest of autumn and winter, which is probably going to be 6 turns, which leaves us 4 more turns in the spring. So naturally we would wait for winter anyway. Another son is born. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. We have another little babe. It's the Inspector General who's had a child. Would you credit that? Bless his little heart. Tom Cruise has ranked up. Indeed he has. 10 grand in the coffers. But we have a severe drop in increase. I'm assuming that was because of the decrease in trade. It's quite a significant drop, just for getting rid of one trade partner. Right. So we are pretty much ready here.
On the move, sir.
On the move!
Orders, my lord. My sword for you, my lord.
How may I serve you? As you wish. Awaiting
That army's moved. I don't know where it's gone.
it will be done.
Maybe down here. I don't think it can go there in one turn, which means this is undefended, that's undefended, there's an army somewhere around here that's right for the picking. Kinda. Right, he's primed. He's ready.
What is your bidding?
These lands are fine, but lightly defended for now. There's an army in there, which would make taking this quite tricky, because it's going to have guns and stuff. Going to have the cannons on the walls and all that kind of nonsense.
Ready for all.
But we're not necessarily forced to be attacked by them. So he's now ready. Let's level up Tom Cruise.
My sword for you, my lord.
Where is he? There he is. Only the 1 point. Sabotaging. Military administration. So that's what we're doing at the moment, so we'll rank him up in that. And reloading skill of rifle armed troops, no. Military administration, that sounds like something we might be doing at the moment. Right, okay. Righty-ho. Where's me little man? Where's me little man gone? Where is he?
What is your
Hey, come on, come up here. Don't fail me.
to rest
Don't fail me now.
at your service,
Right.
treading softly.
Okay, so we have Jose Naval Fleet coming down south. Not an issue. There's no army on there. There's no army on there. Let's see if we can goad them into attacking us. Perhaps if they see a lonely little wooden gunboat patrolling the waters, they might not be able to resist themselves. And they would perhaps strike it down and sully their name. Yes, let's bait them perhaps. Come on, look, we're a little innocent gunboat all alone and naked in the water here. You fancy using your rather large fleet to pounce upon us and cause grief? Feel free. I mean, it's a sacrificial lamb. These people on board wouldn't want the daimyo to be hear the daimyo talking like this. Their lives at risk, of course. But hey ho, sacrifices need to be made for the greater good. So all of our units and all of our agents are now primed and ready. The question is, my friends, do we do it? It pains me making decisions like this. One wrong turn here and it could send the wheels careering off the cart. It really could. The honours hour turn against us, other people turn against us perhaps due to the dishonour penalty, and oh bloody hell, we could end up with a complete catastrophe. But is it better to go out in a blaze of glory than to sit here and go out in, with a whimper? Well, it wouldn't be with a whimper, we'd still fight, but you know, to miss the chance. These are the high stakes you signed up for. Yeah, when you put it like that, I can't argue with that analysis. We've definitely come far. We have. If you consider how hard we were up against the wall at the start of this campaign, I am actually really pleased that we've gotten to the point where we actually have 10,000 in the bank. We're making over 3,000 per turn. Even if we get no further than this, I think we've given it a good go. Negative talk now. I'm preparing you all for the downfall before it's even happened, but you know, my biggest fear is the Nagawaka. If as soon as they turn on us, we're going to be in a world of problems. This campaign is going to unravel. I think this campaign is going to unravel rather quickly. We have no defences on this front at all. We can afford to fund one though. Which gets me to thinking, whilst we're sat here waiting perhaps for the winter, if we do, should we maybe construct a third army? Another elite army from Sagami? Start another army off? And indeed put that army on our eastern edge? Western edge, sorry. Because that's my biggest fear, really. And if that is my biggest fear, perhaps I should at least try to do something about it. Yeah, I think we need to do that. There's no point of sat here on a load of coin. Let's get it turned into something useful. So 2 units of Yari Ki. We're going to go with the same army makeup as last time. We'll go with 2 units of Katana Kachi and 2 units of the old Mingly Dinglies, the Shogite. So we'll get those recruited. That's 6 turns. How much are we in a rush? I think we just recruit from here. We just recruit from here for now. It's going to take like flipping 20 turns, but I don't think we have to recruit from elsewhere at the moment. We could recruit from here, but we don't get the bonuses of the blacksmith guild, blacksmith. So we'll get from here, unless things look bleak. Then we can undergo emergency recruitment in our other provinces. Although I think getting a samurai dojo there might be beneficial on our fringe settlements. Perhaps. The Mingly Dinglies. That's what they're going to be called now from now on. No more Shogatai here. We have henceforth renamed them the Mingly Dinglies. Right, okay. Kind of upgrading that. Well, okay, we might be able to survive without that being upgraded to a dojo. We do have other areas. This is Nagawaka as well. There's a dojo there, so we could recruit emergency troops here. We can convert. Well, that's our main. We can actually get troops not there and there, so we kind of can recruit across this region here. But we'll focus on Sagami for now. This is just a preparatory force. It doesn't need to be perhaps recruited quite so fast. Okay, welcome back, Claire. You haven't missed too much. We have just been. We're in a bit of a situation with the Jose. They have broken their alliance. We think because they are preparing to attack us. So we have returned in kind and cancelled our trade agreement with them and cancelled our military access. And we are now debating whether or not to strike out at them now whilst they are weak, or whether we should wait to see if they strike the first blow. It's all about honour here. Who will sully their name first in the quest for glory, as Shelley's about to impart some pivotal advice upon us? Oh, I just like to make things exciting, you know? Were we as close? I can't remember now. I don't think we were quite as close to death in this campaign as we were in the original series. But we were certainly backs against the wall. We were certainly at one point looking pretty grim. Even if we don't win this campaign, if we were to get to the end of this campaign, i.e. to the end of the turns, the timer ticks down and the game finishes because we run out of turns, I'd also consider that a victory. So I'm not actually that massively concerned about taking the 26 provinces we need for victory, really. I think the aim of this campaign is to have some semblance of a traditional clan left clutching for life as the bell and the chimes sound to signal time. That would also be almost like a minor victory. What, in this campaign? I know in the previous campaign I was really close to defeat. We were literally one battle away from death. If we'd have lost that one fight at Totomi, I think it was Totomi. I think the name of the damn place is still etched in my brain. I think it was Totomi. I think if we'd lost that fight, we would have been dead. Are you talking about this campaign or the previous one? This campaign we had one fortress left. Oh yeah, the original, yeah, definitely, yeah. I know we were close to death there. Yeah, we were definitely on death. That was the closest I've ever come to losing a Total War campaign. But it was good fun. God, that battle was, and I remember it well. Yeah, it's reminiscing. But yeah, we haven't been as close as that in this, but we were definitely backs against the wall. And of course, we're not done. Anyway, I am still debating whether to launch the attack now or not. Now, you have advised me, you've offered suggestions, but I can't help but think I want to strike while the iron is hot. I really can't help but think, do you know what? No guts, no glory. Let's crack on and launch an attack. But then, given the fact that I've just explained that, you know what, if we survive to the end of the campaign and we're still alive, that could be a kind of a minor victory. How many turns are left? Let's just sit here and wait. Get this third army built. Bring it on. We have played the honourable clan throughout this entire campaign. We have never we have never turned our backs on our friends. We have never broken our alliances. We have never done anything. And I think if we're going to stick with theme, perhaps we should do that. Perhaps we should say, look, we're not going to do it. You have tried to goad us into something. We aren't going to rise to the bait. We'll prepare ourselves. We'll get ourselves ready. But we will not be lured into your trap. Perhaps they want us to attack them. Well, we ain't going to fall for it. Let them besmirch their name for... Okay, their army is down here. And they turn around and go the other way. Naturally. This is like one big game of chess right now. Total War style.
Let us speak like sensible men of many things, and so reach some accord here today.
What on earth is it with these people? I'm going to cave in here. I'm going to cave... I don't know. Getting a peace treaty with these guys would increase our relationship with them, would it not? And that's going to not sit too well with people that they're enemies with. I will not be badgered. No. I will not be badgered. They've almost got me to cave in there. I like their style. Right. The army headed down here. I do not know why. What are they planning? What are they plotting? What are they scheming?
Anything further? Aye.
Oh, they stand outside their city gates. I'm not as concerned about this army being down here because this town isn't as well defended as that one with the garrison. So this is much better for us at this moment in time. As things currently stand. But in terms of goading them to attack, it doesn't seem to be working. Although we have only just ended one turn. Perhaps we should have more patience.
Yes, my lord. As you wish.
So how many turns? How many turns? Somebody remind me. How many turns is this campaign? How many? We were on turn 93. I think we're almost halfway there. I think there was like 200 turns. Am I right or am I wrong? A lot can happen in 100 turns though. Winter 1876. 1876. That's 9 years away. There's 12 turns. What are 12 nines? 90. Okay, 108. There's about 108 turns. In fact, plus the winter, 112 turns left. It's a long time to cling on for dear life, isn't it? A long time to be clinging on to dear life. Right, there's an army there. There's an army there. They're kind of got more armies in this land than perhaps we give them credit for.
All hands on deck.
Come on, sail up.
We must rest a while.
So they own all of this land apart from that little tip there. So what we'll do is we'll just kind of skirt around and
Stopping for now.
see what's happening. See if we can get a bit of an eyeball on the land. See if we can see how much how many troops they have over here. In fact, perhaps we should start.
Orders.
Perhaps we should start here.
Posing up.
Sail round and then round, and then when he gets up here, we may consider disbanding him. Or maybe not. We'll see. All right. Winter is just round the corner, which means if we are to strike now, now is the time, because this will be the only turn where we don't suffer attrition. I think we might get 2 more turns of autumn, I might be wrong, but if we are to strike, it's going to be now or never. Well, otherwise attrition will get the better of us. Hello, James. Sabotage their buildings. If we are caught sabotaging their buildings, is that an act of declaration of war? Because we could certainly look to start sabotaging. Kind of poke them with a stick, you know. Keep poking them with a stick to kind of get on the nerves. Keep jabbing them. Making a really annoying sound. Come on, come on, come on, you know you want to hit me. Come on, hit me right in the chops. Come on, keep poking with that stick until they finally crack and slap us, and then they get arrested for assault, and we laugh. Okay, it's just calls for them to hate us. So ramp up the hate. We've also got to factor in that they have ended their alliance a turn earlier, so if they attack, it might not be a dishonourable act. I think there's about another 6, 7, 8 turns left yet. Oh, maybe 7 turns. How much is it to do that? 500 coin. Sabotage. 500 coin. Should we start the guerrilla warfare here? Is that the right term? Maybe not. No edge scrolling. Oh yes, there is edge scrolling. Yeah. I mean, ultimately, I don't think we're going to make it in one turn anyway, so we'll just kind of walk here for now. Can we do it now? No, not yet. Right, that's fine. Next turn, we might poke them with a stick then. If we can twist their arms to attack us out of anger, that is exactly what we are hoping for, isn't it? So let's get it done. Let's do it. It's not as if we can't afford it, so we'll commence Operation Pokey Stick. Okay. We're on a knife edge here. The tension is building. You can cut it with a very big knife. Ah! Operation Pokey Stick does not need to commence, apparently. Just the mere sight of our shinobi has angered them enough to break their act. Now this is going to be, look at that. This is a dishonour. This is a dishonourable act. We have done nothing to them. You saw, my friends. We're innocent victims in this in this whole affair. We have simply been ridding this world of imperial factions, imperial loyal factions, emperor factions, whatever you want to call it. And out of the blue, these dogs have done the unspeakable. Surely, Yonezawa, you would see this for what it is. A treachery, a treason, and you will join the right side. We have sent envoys in preparation for this moment. They are working feverishly over cups of tea to ensure the Yonezawa join us and not these low-life scumbags.
We are at war. Good. An honest battle is always better than polite chit-chat.
Oh dear. Oh dear. They haven't joined us, which makes me think they haven't joined them though, yeah? Am I reading this right? These guys are on the wall. They're abstaining. In typical MP fashion here, they're just kind of, oh, don't bring me into this argument. I'm just going to sit here and watch you guys fight, and we're going to pick up the rags and riches. They would have gone over there if they were joining their side, surely. Moral victory. Indeed, we have the moral victory. There's lots of action happening down there. Right. Let me get this right. This is important. Oh no, I don't want to get to level 3. No, I don't want your damn modernization. Leave me be. I just want to sit here with non-modern things. I don't know, little toys that we make out of wood and, you know, bows and arrows. I don't want your modern nonsense. Right. Yonezawa have cancelled military access. They have, obviously, they're preparing for something too. Oh, it's all gone wrong. It's not gone wrong. This is exactly what we wanted. This is perfect. This is absolutely perfect. Let's go to the diplomacy screen to see exactly how the land lies, shall we? So, the Josei have had the temerity to launch an attack at us. A foul deed indeed. But as you can see, they are still allied with the Yonezawa. They still stick with them, despite this treacherous act that they have done. And as you can see, the Nagawaka no longer like the Josei, because they're now at war with them. They may help us. They may help us. I hope they do. Let's just pray to God they do. So the Yonezawa are still allied with them, so they're perhaps more favourable with them than they are with us, but we're still trading, we're still friendly. They have abstained, they are kind of washing their hands of this, but they have cancelled military access with us, which makes me think they are kind of scheming and plotting their way towards stabbing us in the back.
My friend, welcome. Come, speak your wisdom, and I will give your words due consideration.
I'm just kind of interested if they have a price. I'm just interested to see if they have a price here. Not that I'm going to do it, but do they have a price? No, wrong tab. Do they have a price? They have a price. This is a very steep price, and I could barter. Is it worth doing? They're allied with them, and I don't know how the system works, but as they're allied with them, could they suddenly join the war as and when they feel like? Would there be a benefit to asking them to break that alliance? I'm thinking it can't harm. Not for 12,000. I think I'd be happy to pay up to 6,000, maybe. Let's try 6. I think any more than 6 is extortion, really. Ooh, not enough. Interesting. That puts a very interesting spin on this, really. It really does. Okay, without notice. That doesn't seem like a good thing, right? At least if we ask them to break the alliance, for them to join the war would be a bigger hurdle. And they're allied with the Nagawaka as well. So seeing as we're at war with the Josei, the Nagawaka are at war with the Josei, if they break their alliance with the Josei, would they be stupid enough to attack us and risk having to having to fight us and the Nagawaka to their south? 8,000. How about 7? 7,000. We ain't going to pay any more than we need to. 6.5. Okay. We ain't paying a cent more. 6,001. Okay. We're getting there. We're kind of getting there. Just bear with me. This is a negotiation, folks. These take time. 6,100. No. Okay. 6,200. Okay. This is obviously funding them as well. This is actually adding to their coffers. I mean, they're already moderately prosperous, which is another issue. But anyway. What am I doing here? 6,300. Okay. They're driving a hard bargain. 6,499. Okay. We're getting there. Sorry. It's like a little mini game to me. Okay, it's 6,400 and something then. 6,450. Final offer? Final offer. Right, okay. We'd be better getting them to break with the Nagawaka so they'll come to your aid when they declare war. Oh, when the Nagawaka declare war. Who's to say we can't do both? Who's to say we can't do both? 6,450 is 2 turns worth of income. We can afford it. I think this has to happen. I don't know how readily they will get another alliance with them. Imagine if they break the alliance and then get an alliance right the next turn after. It would be a slap in the face. Oh, I see what you mean. They break with the Nagawaka. The Nagawaka don't have to make a choice. They can come to our aid. And yes, I see what you mean. Okay, good point. Perhaps we'll do that next turn. 12,000 coins in negotiations. The only other thing to think about is there's a cut-off point, isn't there? With the realm divide thing, whatever you want to call it, which is I think if we take 3 more lands, things are going to go to rack and ruin anyway. So, is it worth going to the far end of a proverbial here to carry out diplomatic negotiations? I think in the spirit of roleplay, I think we should continue, because I don't think our characters would know necessarily that a realm divide is coming when we hit precisely 13 provinces. So I think we'll continue on as we are. And you never know. I'm hopeful that people have not been so diplomatic as I have in their campaigns, and that we might just be able to survive realm divide with some factions still on our side. I'm praying to the gods. I haven't read about it, I haven't researched it, I don't know how it works. I'm just hoping that our diplomatic and honourable way may be repaid in the future. You're probably all sat there laughing thinking, are you stupid? You've got no chance. But I'm just hanging on to grim hope here. Right.
The good sense of your words cannot be denied.
And out of interest, we don't have enough coin now, but out of interest,
I will try to do so.
Out of interest, would you be tempted? Okay, I think maybe about the same amount next turn, and they'd break their alliance with the Nagawaka as well. I think that might be a possible thing. They would have no allies. They're not allied with us, are they? Oh! No, we don't want to do that, do we? Do we want to do this? We've offered them an alliance. As long as they break the alliance with the Nagawaka. And they're accepting that. Surely this is beneficial. Surely this is... No, this is not beneficial, no. I'm not a diplomatic expert here. So if they're not... The Nagawaka are... No, because... Are they at war with the Nagawaka? No, they're not. They're allied. the mechanics of this. Let me think of them. So if these declare, well, if these declare war on us, well, they wouldn't. They're an alliance for the time being. It would bring dishonour upon them if they were to attack us. Why don't do it? Oh, because then we'd suffer the penalty if we want to attack them. It would only be a problem if the Nagawaka declare war on the Yonezawa and you had to choose. That's not a problem. I'd choose a Nagawaka every time. The only drawback to this I can think of is that if we want to declare war on the Yonezawa ourselves, then we'd suffer a penalty, a 10-turn penalty. But as far as I can see it, given our current situation, by getting this alliance, they break with the Nagawaka, which kind of limits these guys attacking us anyway. Plus, because we're now allied with them, we might be able to ask them to join the war with Jose. We might be able to coax them to attack the Jose and keep them busy for us. I don't mind splitting the Jose lands. They can take care of the Jose on the island and in the north. You know what? I like this option.
So the deal is
this
done.
seems good to me.
Excellent. We march on in friendship to the consternation of our rivals.
No talk about realm divide, Joker. Don't spoil it for me. I know the general gist, but I don't want anybody to divulge too much about the mechanics. I want it to be a surprise of some sort. I'm still clinging on to the fact that people might not hate us. We're being such good people here. We're being so honourable that they may, you know, they may just not kill us in one swoop. Right, so with a wave of a coin, with a wave of a palm laden with gold, and a bit of diplomatic wrangling over tea, we have managed to convince the Yonezawa that actually they don't really like the Jose anymore so much. And you know what, them Nagawaka people, perhaps we don't really like them either so much. And by the way, you know what? We think the Aizu are actually top blokes. So ultimately, I think we've come out not too bad from this. One last thing.
It is good to see a friendly face. Come, let us talk.
One last thing. One last thing before we decide to remove ourselves from your esteemed presence. Would you awfully consider taking their trade partners with them? So this probably would be a bit too far. This would be a little bit too far for them, I think, because, oh, okay, it costs more than 6,000, but they're open to terms. Okay, how about you stop trading with them then first? Is that completely stopping trade for a period of time, or stopping trade completely? No. Okay. Well, you know what? We're distinctly further along the diplomatic line than we were at the start. So I'm happy with that little bit of negotiation. Took a while, but hey ho, we are preparing ourselves properly. We do not want any missteps in this campaign as much as we can. We're already backs against the wall. So yeah, that was a pretty good start. It's still autumn, which means it's time to strike. Righty-ho, folks. Business is about to pick up. In a second. Who are these people? 2 generals, some Kisho ninja. This is rather pathetic force. Anyway, before we do that, I think we might just chance a little bit of subterfuge. We could assassinate 4 generals? No, 2 geishas, 2 generals. We could assassinate one of the generals, which makes no sense because we kill one, there'll be another one waiting to take over. So I think sabotaging the army, killing a few of its men, halting its movement would be pretty damn spiffing. Oh, nice job. Did you kill any of their men? Did you kill any of their men? Did you kill any of their men? I do not think so. But anyway, they can't move, so maybe if we attack them they can't run. I don't know how this works, but we're going to do it. We're going to do it, folks. It's been almost 2 streams and we haven't had a fight. We've been preparing for this moment and now it's arrived. Time for us to expand our horizons. Goodbye, Jose.
Yes, my lord. Attack!
Oh dear. I mean, I know it's been a while, but I mean, I'm going to save myself for something that's a little bit more, or a little bit less one-sided than this, to get my hands dirty on the battlefield. This is a mauling. So we shall auto-resolve and enjoy the music of victory. Okay. The daimyo is on the move. I should really webcam these sessions. You are missing out on my dancing. It's very sad. For you, of course. Righty-ho. Jolly good chaps. Let's continue on and take down Shimosa. Considering they've only got two units in here, this is factoring in the damn cannons, I'm sure. Oh, but I really hate siege battles. It is an absolute bugbear. And I probably lose a lot more men doing it myself. As you saw the last time I misclicked and had to fight the battle myself. As long as we don't lose an entire unit, we can always replenish. It's not a problem. We only lost 3! Ha ha! That's definitely a cause for victory dance. Only 3 men perished. And we level up with our experience. So we've got very experienced troops decked out in upgraded armour. This army is definitely going to be our hope and prayers. This army is the one to bring us victory, to bring us glory. Let us level this army up as much as it can possibly go and have it wreak havoc on the enemy. Do 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 do. Ding 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 ding. Woo! Right, we're going to peacefully occupy, and our clan grows strong, ever loyal to the Shogun's cause. We have been made into an elder. We now may appoint a general to the office of Chief of Staff. We are now acclaimed. We don't have another general. We have had a few options to recruit extra generals during our time. And I think we will do that next time we get that option. I think a 3rd general to command the troops of this new army we are recruiting is definitely going to be most welcome. So we'll focus on that as and when it crops up. Okay, so we have a new land. We have a new land. We have a new land. We'll celebrate for now because, you know, things could turn sour as and when the Jose decide they wish to send a full-scale army against us on the boats.
Your orders, sir.
This army, this has got no troops in it, so we shall Operation
We sail for glory.
Operation Scouty
Bacon, sir.
is now underway. They have not much there, so we'll just kind of sail in and around the coast, seeing if we can spot any signs of large stack Jose armies. But even if they did have them, they wouldn't be a patch on the daimyo's army, which is growing stronger every month that passes. Every month that goes by, that army grows ever wiser, ever stronger. It's gonna be fun. Oh, it's gonna be fun.
How may I serve you? Treading softly.
Okay, so we have eyeballs on all of the Yonezawa's provinces. Not that we don't trust them, of course. I mean, after our last round of diplomacy, you know, they've done us proud. They've done us very proud. But you've just got to be careful. You've just got to watch out. You never know when snakes emerge from the grass. Okie dokie. I don't think we need this to be upgraded to a stronghold. It's so far behind enemy lines, I'm really concerned now about spending money needlessly. Oh, Jessa! Welcome! So, we're going to recruit. Oh, first of all, we're going to repair that. We have room for a second building here. In fact, we have room. What have they been doing whilst we've been sat observing them for the past 2 or 3 years? They've not done anything with this place. It's a wreck. It's a damn shambles of a village. What do we go for? Do we go for unit recruitment here, or I don't think so. I think we're too far behind the lines for that. I think we go for money. We go for infrastructure. We need those beautiful coins, or those beautiful coffers. Do we get an extra slot? Lower the modernization. It's too late. It's too late. We've already modernized. We've literally reached the 3rd stage, surely. And as we've already seen, I mean, modernization is like it's like something that you can see coming towards you. It's like being tied up on train tracks. Wasn't it the first game of Life is Strange where somebody I can't remember. Was it Chloe? What she was called? She was tied to those train tracks. The train's coming, but it's like a very slow train coming towards you, and you can't move, but you can see it coming very slowly, and you know the end is inevitable. You know you're going to be crushed by its wheels, and there's nothing you can do about it. That is the equivalent to the modernization in this. Probably not quite so painful, but you know, we get the gist. Right, we need to recruit some troops here. We can't recruit because we have broken the stronghold, so we shall wait, and we shall go for. I mean, an inn does generate coin anyway, doesn't it? Cadet school, police station. It's between an inn and a traditional dojo. Yeah, let's go for it. I wouldn't go that far. No guns here. No guns allowed. We will not give a sort of rollover on that one. Subsistence farming, tenant fields. We can afford it. Slightly. A harbour to a port. We'll get that. That's quite cheap. Clay pits. That's not bad. That'll do for now. We don't want to put all our eggs into one basket, do we now? But we would really like to be able to move out of this province, but I don't think we can without penalty. Can we move straight on? No, it's going to cause a problem. Exempt from tax? No, going to cause a problem. Put you in there? No, he's out of movement. He's out of movement. How about... No, okay, fine. Okay. Right. So the first step of our Grand Master plan has been rather successful. Not that we had much to fight against. I mean, we haven't taken down a colossal army of enemy line infantry and sharp shooters in some coup, springing out the bushes upon them and slicing them down in glorious victory. No, we've just taken care of a few levies, a few poxy troops here and there. Nothing quite so epic, but hey ho, they all count. Don't let those big glorious battle victories fool you. These little small ones can be just as vital. Big things come in small packages, as they say. Go away, my dear. I don't want any of your tea. I don't want your services. No, go away. Stop waving your fan. Stop waving your fan around and move yourself. Away from my lands. Here we go. My wooden ships. You dare to attack my little wooden ships. How, you big bully. You come along You come along with your copper plate. Oh no, his is wooden as well. Why are we such a... Why are we... Gunboat versus wooden corp. You know what, we're gonna run away. Catch me if you can. The benefits of having these little wooden ships is they're probably faster than you, so sticking our tongue out, put our finger in our nose, nah, come and catch me, you little cowards. Says us, that's running away, of course.
Consider my words with care, and likewise your response.
They come to us cap in hand for the fifth time, asking for peace. And like every other time, I'm going to declare, unless of course they can stump up some money. These things do not come for free. No. Our shinobi is... Oh, some men's hearts are weak. I mean, it's winter. Go figure. She offers to fan you down, to cool you down in the winter. Her services are null and void. You cannot fan somebody in the winter. Good grief. This game has it all wrong. All backwards. Anyway, where is she? Which troop? She must have been down here, right? She must have been down here. Oh, she's there. I mean, she's a very hardcore geisha, this girl. She's trying to distract a couple of these spear levy. For all I care, my dear, keep fanning them if you want to. No skin off my nose. I'm sure they're grateful for your services. God bless them. A bit more than fanning. I don't know what you mean, Empress Sephiroth. I have no clue what you're talking about. Cup of tea? They make tea for them as well. I mean, fanning is one thing, but as soon as somebody offers a cup of tea, I mean, I'm anybody's. I mean, those poor spear levy don't stand a chance. If a man of my resolve breaks at a pot of tea, you know? God help those spear levy. Right. Shimosa, are you back among the land of the living yet? We can recruit. Right, we're going to recruit perhaps 3 units of spear might be enough to placate these people. We've got 4,000 coin. Clay pits is cheaper construction cost, so to benefit from that we should build this as soon as possible. So we'll go for that. Let's have a look if we can get our troops out. I know it's winter, but I think we can get to Hitachi in 1 turn. In fact, you need to come here quickly and see what they're doing. This is the one that's got a bigger garrison. We saw how bad the balance bar was with a poxy small garrison. I've clicked the wrong... Oh, I've clicked the wrong thing! I've clicked the wrong thing! Oh! You idiot! Is there an autosave? That's not right. That is not right. 2129. How far back is that? Right, I'm sorry. That's not before the battle, is it? No, that's... I didn't mean to do that. Come on. I told you the geisha's bloody playing tricks on me. Cup of tea, indeed. Talk about distracting the army. She distracted me. Oh, goodness gods. Help me. I've been geisha'd. The new term of the day. Right. I think we're pretty much as we were before we ended the turn. So we're building that, we're doing that, we're doing that. We end the turn. We got attacked by them on boats before we ran off, didn't we? Can we avoid that now? Or did we... No, we'd already moved. Right. Let's go again. How many times is what? Thought that I've misclicked something. Are you talking about in general? Or just today's session? Or just what? Because if you're talking in general, goodness me. Right. So we'll rinse and repeat. Sticking our tongue out. Nah, see ya, bye. In this game. A few times. I assume the same things are pretty much happening. And they come with their peace treaty. We say no, that's fine. The winter cometh. The cold grasp of winter descends upon us. And, oh, there's no geisha this time. She's had a change of mind. She's avoided it. She's thought this time, you know what, I've got a strange feeling about this place. I don't want to go there. I hear they're not very susceptible. Or something. Right, you, sir. You go north.
It will be done.
Thank you. Right.
Preparing my weapon.
We could really do with this army being tackled outside of the siege. So we were upgrading that. We were recruiting these guys. I was just about to toy with the idea of taking them out and seeing if we can exempt the province from tax.
You have further.
Out of interest's sake. Not that we need to do this because we can't get there in one turn, but oh yeah. Okay. So we can prepare ourselves to attack if we want to. So I'll get right on the cusp of the border here.
Without delay.
So we can strike in one turn now.
Yes, my lord.
We can strike in one turn, take them guys down, and take care of that. So what I'm going to do is we're going to get 2 attempts to subterfuge or sabotage this army, because it lasts for this turn and the next turn. So let's get this done. Sabotage.
Not fail.
Sabotage. Oh, come on. Nakatoki. You let me down, lad. We only get 1 try. Okay. He likes the pressure. He likes to put himself under undue stress just for the laugh. I'm not laughing, my friend. I'm not laughing. Right. Building work is done. Lovely. We've got a bit of coin to play with. Winter is here, so movement is restricted. There's nothing else for us to worry about. We're still at peace with the Yonezawa. If we can just kind of drag them into our war, just to provide a bit of a distraction to
Meetings with friends
to
are
the
always
Jose.
a
I mean, that
pleasant
would be
diversion.
nice.
What has brought you here today?
Come on. Come on, lads. You know you want to. Right. Oh, we only got 2,000. Yeah, we need probably need about 8,000 for that. Okay, I'm going to save up my coin and see if we can maybe get them to join the war. Just, you know, I would really like them to take care of them up there. That would be nice. Just to provide a distraction. So that is where their force is. Shiribeshi. They have a full stacker. Waiting and ready to pounce. It's not a bad army. They've got some parrot guns, which would fill our men with dread, I imagine. Probably never seen anything like it before. As soon as that goes rat-a-tat-tat on the battlefield and men's body parts go exploding in the air. Sorry to paint quite the graphic scene. I think that might cause a bit of a morale issue. But the Levy infantry are weak. Matlock cavalry are weak. They seem to have some decent units. But all in all, I think our elite army that we've created could take that down. If they come knocking, which they may do. We'll continue to sail on our grand tour of the island. There's an army there that's non-existent, so we're not overly concerned with that.
Steady as we go. Next command, sir.
Oh, we're kind of penned in here. We're kind of cornered.
Jumping for now.
You big bully! We're a little bit. We're keeping him busy. Could be like a Betty Hill sketch as they chase us around. High-speed pursuit in a boat. I don't think it'll catch on. Not quite interceptors, is it? Right, that's a pretty small ship. And yeah, I think we just need to wait one more turn, and I think we chance it by attacking this army in one go. Yes, it's winter, but we might be able to take down both army and town in one turn. Okay, here we go. Here we go. It's at this point where somebody else decides they want to stick the knife in our backs. As soon as things are continuing to go nice and smoothly, I'm just waiting for something to come crashing down around me. See ya! See you later, pal! Okay. Oh, no! 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 My little gunboat! My little gunboat friend! Little boat! Little boat with 21 lives on it! Damn it! Decisive victory! Oh, damn, no! Damn it! My people! My people! You killed my people! You will pay for your transgressions. Aizu lives are not spilt in vain. Mark my words. Foreign affairs. Oh, it's foreign affairs now, is it? Right. Let's go to diplomacy. So we've got +10 to all diplomatic relations, which is very nice. Very nice indeed. We actually have a trade port going spare. Takatsuki. Want to trade? We could do with the income.
Be welcome, my friend.
Want to pay for the privilege?
I have ordered sake prepared to whet our wits and warm our hearts.
Oh, very good. They will pay me for the privilege of trading. I can't help but try to get 1,000 out of them. No, wrong one. No, I'm getting this all wrong. Yes, we get 1,000 out of them. Oh, they are. You are right. Oh. Why are you enemies with these people? What's wrong with you? You've scuppered my chance for money and trade. Oh, damn you. Right, fine. We shall move on. There's nobody else. Oh, damn. I don't think 1,000 coin and trade with those people is worth drawing the wrath of the Nagawaka somehow. I don't think it's worth it. Right. Although the Nagawaka still continue to scupper our trade deals. What have I told you? Come on. I know they're your enemy, but we are trading with these people. Yeah, that being said, we are trading with people they are already at war with. What's their opinion of us? 179. Dishonouring treaties, -25. Who has dishonoured? Who? Excuse me. Excuse me. Who has dishonoured a treaty here? They might have done. Actually, they probably have done. I haven't done anything. Yeah, none of these have dishonoured treaty. I'm thinking they've dishonoured a treaty somewhere, and we're not happy with them. Maybe. Possibly. Cast Nemo fan, hello and welcome. Right, okay. We're in good standing with them for now. It doesn't matter. What does matter, however, is the fact that we could really do with this army being shown the door. Now, what is it made up of? It's made up of Mingly Dinglies. They've got 4 Mingly Dinglies and 2 Matchlock Catchies. So, I mean, I've not seen these in action. I have seen these in action. They were pretty deadly, but not enough to take on our elite troop force, of course. So, it's this that strikes the fear of God into me. The auto-resolve is not going to be friendly when it comes to this. We're going to have to see if we can sabotage. Can we sabotage a province? Sabotage castle gates? Sabotage in general? Good grief.
Yes.
Right, we need to sabotage this army. Oh, of course you failed, pal. Of course you did. The one time we need, well, the one time we need something from you, you proved to be utterly useless. yes, it's a very much an official name. Do we attack them anyway? Are they going to retreat when we attack them? Or are they going to fight? I don't think the garrison are going to reinforce. I don't think it works. I mean, I might be wrong. If we attack them, if it was a field battle with garrison reinforcing, that would be much more to my preference, but I don't think that's the case. I don't think the garrisons reinforce here. If we attack him, is he going to retreat into the place? Do we wait another turn to see if we can sabotage? If we wait another turn, are they going to put more men into this army, making it even bigger? These are all valid questions, and the answer to them is we don't know. We just have to crack on and see what happens. We could straight up attack the castle, but if we do that, they're going to reinforce the castle, which is going to make the battle much more difficult. I'd probably have to fight that battle, which I really, really would not like to do. I would rather just take on the castle and have nothing else to worry about. Right. I don't think we can avoid attacking now. We can't. We can't risk this getting any more troops in it. We really can't. We've got a 4-star general in here, you know? Look at this. Look at the quality of this army. What am I dithering for? Kill them! Kill them all! Okay, that's what I thought might happen. Now that makes things a little bit more tricky. Next question then. I think we can attack this turn. The next Red Dead 2 streams tomorrow. It's another chilled out session. I like my Red Dead streams to be chilled out sessions. I thought we've reached a nice point, which is why I've done no uploading recently, because we reached a nice break in the campaign. We've just started a new act, and we're in that smoggy place. I thought rather than delving in there straight away, I thought we could have another stream, get some other stuff done before I then progress with the next act. So tomorrow's Red Dead stream, another chilled out affair. I got a list of things to do, keep us busy, entertain us, a couple of treasure hunts, some more hunting. Claire is still here. Some crafting and stuff. We'll have some fun. You never know, I might shoot up another poker table as well. Why not? Right. If we attack... Oh, but it's winter. I don't really want to be sieging I don't really want to be sieging in the winter. Laying siege. We're kind of in no man's land here. We either attack attacking this now is gonna definitely cause us some issues. How do we see the garrison here? I have no clue. Why is this garrison so large? It's only a castle. It's nothing special. Oh man, I'm not looking forward to this. There's two alternatives, isn't there? Really, we're stuck. We can't turn and run. In fact, I don't even think we can move. No, we can't even move. We're going to suffer losses here.
Time to rest, my...
So we're going to have to make a decision next turn as to what we do. I'm kind of loath to attack it after a turn of attrition. We need this to be as strong as it can be. I can't begin the siege. I have no turn movement left, and we're going to suffer a turn of attrition already. Would it be overkill? Seeing as we don't need this army to keep an eye on the Anazawa, would it be overkill to bring this army on a very quick boat down here and launch an attack with 2 full stacks? Would it be a bit overkill? Because I like overkill. I like odds being overwhelmingly in my favour. And seeing as there's no sign of any enemy ships landing on our northern shores just yet, and travelling by water is obviously quicker anyway, I'm thinking that we need that to happen. Yeah, overkill's good. It's a risk. The only risk is the Onozawa breaking alliance with us. I suppose the other slight risk is the Jose landing behind our lines. But this is going to be... This is a quick thing. This is just a quick jobby.
Yes, my lord.
This is just a little quick jobby. Just a slight distraction. Nothing major. You'll be back before you know it to reinforce. Not a problem. Not a problem. Get on the boats. 2 turns. 2 turns? Yeah, 2 turns. Land on there. Let them reinforce. And the only risk, I suppose, also is that these guys get more and more troops in there. At which point, we're going to end up with in a right ding-dong battle for Hitachi. And let's not forget that this isn't their main force. But we can't do anything now anyway, so next turn we can definitely make a definitive plan. And you know how I am. You know how I am when it comes to making definitive decisions. About as much use as a chocolate teapot. Nagawaka causing mayhem. Look at this.
Consider this.
Look
our
at
offer,
this.
and
Every
do so
time.
with all your undoubted wisdom.
Every time they come with cap in hand, I do not want your services. Tracy raided. Eager to serve. I did say we'd get another one. I did say. He's in Fukushima though. He's miles away from the other army. But we need another general. Right, winter attrition has hit us hard. Apparently. Here. Down here. We've suffered a few losses. Oh, I don't like this. I do not like it. Right, Fukushima. He needs to come. He needs to come down. This is risky because he's walking right past the geisha, of course. That could be a very big risk. But he needs to come down to here. In fact, no, he doesn't. He can come here.
Very well.
Because we're putting the army there. This new army that's been recruited is going right there. So if he can kind of meander his way past the geisha there. We'll see if he survives the light of day. Right, one more turn and then we get to recruit some more troops. We might as well recruit them now. So we've got 2 horses, we've got 2 katana, 2 shogate, mingly dinglies. I think we'll go for 1 more. And we'll get some bow units while we're here. Okie dokie. Shogun 2 stood the test of time. Excuse me. I think that this, to me personally, I mean, I haven't played Warhammer. I just don't like to mix my Total War with my fantasy. I mean, I do like fantasy-based games. I like Dungeons and Dragons, and I like role-playing, high fantasy and stuff. But I just can't. I've watched LP videos of it, and I know watching videos of it is not quite the same as playing it, but I just cannot get into Warhammer at all. I don't know what it is. It's just not for me. I like my Total War games to be historical, and I like them to be non-gunpowder. That's my specific. That's how I envisage my Total War games to be, and that's what I'm sticking with. So compared to Rome 2, I think for me personally, I think this was the last Total War game that I thoroughly enjoyed. Rome 2, when it first came out, was full of issues, no family trees, and a whole host of issues that I've long since forgotten. But I remember it was rather a buggy game. There was a massive backlash when it came out, and it wasn't marvellous. I still enjoyed it to some degree, but this for me was the last Total War game that felt like a proper Total War game, as in the old school style. And I'm playing it again now, Fall of the Samurai, and I am really enjoying it. Yeah, so for me, still enjoying this. I still do want to play Rome Total War, Rome 2 again. Considering how much it's come along since I last played it, which was on release, and there's loads of mods out there now, even something like DEI or something like that. Wouldn't mind giving those a try, just for old time's sake. Maybe not even an LP of it, but just a playthrough, just to see. I may try that after this, but if I was to play it, I would probably play something like DEI, because it would overhaul it and it would be a completely different experience, which is what I want. Three Kingdoms I am planning to play. Is that the new one? The one that's similar to set in this kind of a theme? If it is, I think I am planning that one. That's out in May. Oh, right. So this will finish probably round about May time, which would just let a new Total War kind of slide in rather seamlessly, wouldn't it? Interesting. Anyway, I'm really just procrastinating here because I don't want to make this choice. I really...
Your orders, my lord. As you command.
How many turns? Oh, okay, that's the risk right there. They just so happen to have a flipping ship between me and launching my troops next to where I need to launch them. So we'll forget that plan. Hopefully they can remove themselves from the boats. Oh, you better be kidding me. You better be joking me. We need to get far away from this as possible, because we can't land our troops back on the land, apparently. Or maybe we can. Wait a second. I could be just panicking here. Let me just get my bearings. Wait a second. Oh, they're flipping hell. Almost had a heart attack. Right, that's not a problem. Jesus, that would have been quite something else. Right, we had a bit of a jaunt. Put our toe in the water. Bit too cold. Come back home again. At least you tried. A plus for effort. Yeah, right. Okay, decision time. Right, we need to sabotage. Sabotage the army might be useful. Sabotaging the army is probably more useful than sabotaging the settlement at this point, I would have thought. Failed again. Oh, but he's ranked up there. Oh, he's ranked up. You've ranked up for being useless. Ranked up for being utterly useless. Marvellous. Open the gates. Would that have given us a distinct advantage on the auto-resolve? It's too late now to flipping do it. Damn.
Impossible, my lord.
Damn you. Damn you, dog. Right, substitute buildings. I'm not fighting it. Oh, well, I might have to. If the auto-resolve is horrendously in their favour, I'll stick with sabotaging the army. And assassinating, well, fine. Oh, this is tentative. Maybe I'm being too... We could always attack it and take a look at the odds, can't we, for free? There's nothing lost by doing that. So let's do that. Oh, that's about bearable. Just about auto-resolve territory, that. In the old school Total War medieval, I always said, because it used to give you the ratio, didn't it? It used to give you the ratio, and I always say, in a Total War game, if the ratio is 3-to-1 or better in my favour, I'll auto-resolve it. Anything less than 3-to-1, I won't resolve it. This is about 3-to-1. This is about a quarter of the bar. So this is auto-resolvable. I don't wish to siege them out and starve them out because it's winter, we're suffering attrition. So this is going to... Starving them out will hurt us just as much as it's going to hurt them. So whilst we have a 3-to-1 ratio and it's winter, I think we just need to get this auto-resolved, take the losses, pray we don't lose an entire unit, replenish, refocus our efforts elsewhere. Okay, we lost a few men, but we didn't lose an entire unit, so we can replenish these troops, no problem. We're in friendly territory for some time. And we smashed 2,240 of those dogs. I'll take it. That's not a close victory. It's a victory. Successful victory. I mean, the flag looks a bit frayed, but that's just a misconception. Okay. Right, so we're happy as Larry here. Whoever this proverbial Larry is, we're happy as he is. We've got the Jose eliminated from the mainland now. We have added 2 settlements to our ranks. Things are looking, as far as I can see, not too shabby. I'm not going to say anything more than that, for fear of putting the commentator's curse on things, which I may already have done. But, I mean, to my eye, I think we've done well. We got off to a good start. I'll tell you another thing that I miss from the old Total War games is the checking on the enemy's strength. You know, you used to be able to check on faction ranking, check on their production, check on their stats, check on how their military strength and all that stuff. We don't get that anymore. I missed that. That was useful information. Right. So we need to replenish our troops. Hopefully they will replenish 2 turns, 3 turns, 3... Yeah, we're going to be back to full strength before you know it. So we have an army here, which we are now going to have to reposition, relocate, and see what comes next. I know it's a bit of a shorter stream than usual. I think that with these kind of streams we sometimes reach natural endpoints, and I think this is a natural endpoint. We've acquired copper. Province captured. We've eliminated the Jose from the mainland, which means we now need to replan. We now need to repurpose our troops. We need to prepare ourselves for phase 2 of this battle with the Jose. And I bet you, deep down right now, they are absolutely ruining the day they broke their alliance with us. They've lost their only alliance. Well, they've lost their other alliance, the Yonezawa. Turn their backs on them. With a bit of coin thrown in for good measure, of course, on our part. And they have lost their original starting lands. This wasn't, I don't know which one of theirs was the original, but they've lost it anyway. They've lost their home province, their original home province. They are now holed up on an island, watching their backs, worrying perhaps about what's going to come next. Have they bitten off more than they can chew? I mean, you look at this amount of land we have, the amount of money we have, they're probably thinking, oops, might have dropped the ball on this one. Let's hope that we've got them thinking those sorts of things. We want them to sweat as we take them down slowly but surely. But I think the next step really has to be, we're recruiting the army down there, which is fine, we'll keep that going, but I think we need to take both these armies. I think we need to take the army from here, and I think we need to take the army, the daimyo's army from down here, and we need to take them. We need to take them up onto that island and take the fight to the Jose. Alternatively, we could wait for the Jose to land their troops on this land here. But no, I think we'll go on the offensive. I think that's what we'll do. But I'm going to have a bit of a plan and prep off camera, ready for the next session. Yeah, I'm kind of nervous about the boat journey. I think what we're going to do is, if we are going to go across, we're going to take our troops as far north as possible to the most northern tip, and have them scoot across literally as quickly as possible. We cannot afford to lose a full stack army. No chance. If we time it wrong and we get our boat sunk, there'll be no reloading and there'll be none of that nonsense. We will suffer the consequences. But yeah, I think we've now got 12 lands, right? No, we've got 11. We need 2 more. So we've got 11 provinces. As a group, we have all the provinces we need for victory as the shogunate clans, but we personally don't have enough. But ultimately, we are prospering. We are flourishing. And right now, I'm more than happy with how things have progressed. So thank you for watching this evening. This week is going to be a week of streams. The past couple of weeks I've been tied up, I've been busy. Gallivanting off to Whitby and all that kind of stuff, and last week I had other things to do with work and whatnot, but this week I have cleared my diary out, so there's going to be probably 4 streams this week, touch wood, at least 3, possibly more than likely 4. So today's stream is done and dusted. Well, I'm happy with how it's gone, and we'll look forward to the next session. Thank you all for watching, of course. Tomorrow is Red Dead Redemption 2 chilled out stream. It's going to start a little bit earlier at 6:30 rather than 7 o'clock, and we're going to go for the usual sort of 4.5 hours until 11, and get a load of stuff done. Have a whale of a time as we usually do with that fine sandbox game, doing some fun stuff. So that's tomorrow's stream. Then on Friday we're returning to CK2 with plans to capture Hungary. The defensive pacts are soon to end. The threat level is soon to reduce. We have just recently welcomed England under the control of the Holy Roman Empire through vassal inheritance, eventually. So we're looking to expand our borders even further. So Friday we're going to go for some CK2. And then on Saturday, if things remain as they are, aka I've got no plans, we'll come back round to some more Shogun 2 again. So you might get 2 Shogun 2s this week, and we'll continue on with some more Shogun 2 and see what happens with us and the Jose. So that's the plan for this week's streams. Hopefully you can join a handful. Hopefully you can join most of them. If not, you can of course catch up. But yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for your advice. The campaign is getting to that point now, isn't it? It's getting to the exciting bit. Sooner or later, we are going to be besieged by people with big guns, and we're going to have to see how we cope with that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how that works out. Thanks for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your weeks. See some of you tomorrow, hopefully, for some Red Dead Redemption 2. And if not, see you whenever I see you. Good night. See you soon.